What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today I wanted to do a little bit different of a video. I don't talk about lures a lot on here, but I've been using it in my videos and I've had some subscribers ask about it and to do a video about it. So today I'm going to be talking about the 100 Swimbaits glitch. This is a hard body Fluke style bait. It's made out of like a high quality hard resin, and it has two treble hooks on there instead of having to nose hook it or Texas rig it like this. One of the biggest issues I found, especially out here on Lake Lanier, is spotted bass really like to just swipe at this thing, or they just, nip it and they don't get the hook. Well, that's where this guy comes into play. With these two treble hooks on here, now a lot of those fish that are just coming up and swiping at it, they're gonna get stuck. So I gotta say, once I started using this, my hookup ratio with a Fluke skyrocketed. And what's nice about this is it is designed literally exactly like a Fluke there. Same shape, same dimensions, same everything. The only difference is when you get this lure, it doesn't come with a tail, but there's a screw lock on the end there. And what you got to do is take your Zoom Fluke and you're going to line it up with the bait, and right where that bait would end is where you're going to cut that tail. Then you got your Fluke tail and you just put it onto that screw lock. Just like that right there. Once you have your tail on there, it's 5 inches in length, just like a normal Super Fluke. I want to talk about some of the times and places where I throw this. So on Lanier, this is tied on over a regular Super Fluke 99.9% of the time. Reason being is I'm fishing this over open water. When I'm throwing this over open water, it's 3/8 of an ounce. It sinks a lot faster than a Fluke, so you're able to reach those fish that might be 15, 20, 25 feet deep over brush, and you don't have to wait all day for that Fluke to sink down to those fish. So this sinks pretty quick. It can get to those fish that might not want to come up, but you can also fish this right under the water column like a regular Fluke. So without further ado, I'm gonna put this camera on my chest mount, and I'm gonna show you guys how to work this bait and how to throw it over cover, what to throw it over, and we'll see if we can get on any fish with this. So let's go. All right, guys, so I like to throw the glitch on like a medium heavy rod that has a good backbone, maybe a little bit of a softer tip. Reason being is because of the treble hooks on there. You don't want to rip the hooks out of a fish's mouth when they come up and grab it. You want to give them a second to get those trebles and get a decent hook set on them. So I like to work this just like a normal Fluke, like a twitch pause. It darts just like a Fluke here. I'll show you right next to the boat. I'm trying to do it with one hand, but you get the idea. So right here, I'm coming up on a brush pile and I'm letting it sink down to these fish. It shouldn't take long at all because of how much it weighs. I'll cast to this brush pile, show you how quick this gets down. So hit the water right there. There it is, sinking. All right, so now we're right on top of those fish. There we go. Got one. There we go. Had a bunch of them come up out of that brush I just showed you. Oh man, he wanted this thing too. You gotta see how he ate this. All right. First glitch fish of the day. Right there, look at that. Thing's gone. He ate that. There you go. First glitch fish of the day right there. I also want to mention that whenever you're throwing a Fluke, I like to throw an 8:1 gear ratio just to pick up line. You're moving this thing fast, so you need to be able to pick that line up real quick. There we go. Got another one. Off another brush pile. Oh man, this guy is beat up. But you see what I mean? He swiped at it and he got that treble, and that sore is nasty, dude. I said it in another video, and I saw another guy talking about it, Brooks Anderson. He's been catching some with sores on him, and he's thinking it's due to the spawn, which I guess makes sense. I don't know if they're like super aggressive or what, but need the pliers. There's another 100 swim baits, fluke fish right there. Thanks, buddy. There we go, got another one. He ain't big at all, but man, he's feisty. Same thing, man, just swiping at it, especially when a ton of them come up real fast out of brush. They're not really, they're trying to kill that thing right away. Just side swipe that thing. Get in here. That ain't a bad one. Ooh. Ow. Cool, man. That's a chunky little dude right there. He was, I literally saw him swimming next to the boat, threw at him. He flew up at it, and that's all she wrote. There we go. Got one out of that brush pile. Oh, he came off right next to the boat. Dang it. He wasn't too big, he was like 2.5 pounder. Plus I was trying to horse him. You don't want to do that. Treat your treble baits just like a crankbait. You don't want to go crazy with it. I couldn't resist throwing a drop shot into this brush. So, for whatever reason right now, a lot of these fish aren't really, oh, that's a tank too. A lot of these fish aren't committing to coming up for top water or a fluke. Like I was saying, they'll like come up real quick and they'll stop under it, and that's what these guys were doing. I had them come up for the fluke, but they didn't eat it. So I threw a drop shot into the brush. There's one right there on a drop shot, but we'll get back to throwing that fluke momentarily. Had to take a break, but beautiful fish. All right, guys, well, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you tuning in. If you have any more questions about the glitch, drop them in the comments below or shoot me a DM on Instagram, which is the same username as my YouTube channel. Got out around 5. It's a little after 8 now. Just made the run back. It wasn't a bad 3 hours. We didn't get anything like huge, but we got into some fish, so can't complain. Bite's getting better and better as we're getting towards June here, so stay tuned for some more content dropping. I'm gonna have a Shattuck video after this weekend, going up with a buddy. Other than that, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.